Hi guys. I love these songs. I love these songs, so I always love starting with them. And welcome to my channel. welcome. Like and subscribe. I'm getting better at this. I'm getting better at this. So today, just like so what I'm doing is I have Gabby to have more conversation. Yeah, to have more conversation with Gabby.
We have a lot to say.
Yes, we have a lot to say. We have a lot to say. So listen, you're welcome into our private conversations. Yes, you're welcome. So for this segment of conversation, previously we talked about living with each other, right? And right now we want to talk about husband and wife. We want to talk about marriage plainly, you know. Husband and wife have to live with each other, don't they? They have to live with each other. So let me start a conversation with Miss Gabby here. So when it comes to husband and wife, people are getting into marriage for many reasons. Listen, I found out people have many reasons for getting into marriage. Many reasons far away from being the right reasons. Yeah.
True,
Yeah. Many reasons that are so far away from being the right reason for which you should get in the marriage. If you get in there for the right reason, you stay.
Yeah.
You know? But then people get in there for so many reasons other than the right reason. So can we read the Bible verse there?
Yeah. Ephesians chapter 5 verses 22.
Can you say the verse again, please?
Ephesians 5 Ephesians 5 verses 22, starting with verse 22.
Okay.
Where it says, "Wives, submit to your own husband as to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as also Christ is the head of the church, and he is the Savior of the body. Therefore, just as the church is subject to Christ, so let the wives be to their own husband in everything." Now the husbands. Husband.
You are so ready for the husbands. Okay, go ahead.
Husbands, love your wife just as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for her, that he might sanctify and cleanse her with the washing of water by the word, that he might present her to himself as a glorious church, not having a spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that she should be holy and without blemish. So husbands ought to love their own wives as their own body. He who loves his wife loves himself. For no one ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, just as the Lord does the church. I'll stop there.
For now. Okay. Well, listen. Okay. Now let's go back. Let's go back to these questions. First thing first. How do we think people now are getting in marriage? Like, how are people now getting into marriage?
They get into marriage for all the wrong reason, because that's what society say, that's what their parent wants them, or because they want someone to take care of them, or so many reasons. It's unbelievable. Except for the right reason, because they're compatible, and that's who has God say is the right person for you. So yeah.
So if I hear you right, God has a say in who we end up with.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
'Cause-
I love that. Like absolutely, like we say in French, absolument, right? God does have a say.
Yeah.
You know, I'll say this: God is not going to come down and walk, tim tum tum, and go to from we are here in Horsham, right? God be like, let me take a flight and go to South Carolina and bring you your husband.
Yeah.
But when you have a relationship with God, that's what we are trying to say. That when you have a relationship with God, God have a way of leading you, advising you, working with you through your principles to find someone with whom you can build a long-lasting home. Right? Go ahead. You wanted
That's
to say something.
absolutely true, because you want God to guide you, because there's a verse in the Bible that says the human heart is so wicked, who can know it? Only God can truly knows a person. So you want God to be advising you on who to marry.
Yes, yes. You definitely do. Yeah. Of course, people getting marriage for all the wrong reason. Listen, I was married. And divorced. Been divorced how many years? 7 years now. Was married when I was between 22, 23. 23 when I got married. I didn't even know who I was. Let's start from there. Yeah, I didn't know who I was. So if you don't know who you are and you're getting married, what's the reason?
Exactly.
Like, what is the reason why you're getting inside in the first place?
Yeah.
Well, conversation for some other time. But yeah, we're getting married for many reasons. Like many reasons as, I need someone to help me pay the rents. The day I become sick, who will take care of me? Well, they are tall, have 6-pack and 6-figure. Tall, dark and handsome, 6-pack, 6-figure. All these reasons,
Yeah.
They have a Lamborghini. Who knows? There are just reasons that push us into marriage.
Yeah.
What we are saying is, we hope you find a reason. That one reason that will take you inside. And when you go inside, you stay.
Yeah.
You don't come out because the reason that took you is not standing anymore. You understand? Go because you have this solid reason, and you also know. You know that God is the one that walk with you till that point of choice, and God affirm you completely. Go here, I'll be with you. I'm in this walk with you. Sometimes I tell myself, can you imagine praying and knowing that God have approved of this? You understand? And then you go in that relationship knowing that it's not because of the person, but because of what you and God talk about. My friends, when it become hard, where will you go? Who will you go back to?
To God.
When it become hard, you go back to the person with whom you have the deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm always telling God. These many of your sons are out here. Let me leave it right there. But the thing is this, it has to be someone with whom you agree. So when the person does something and I'll come back and complain to you, you have the conversation with him, so things are easy. So I'm just saying, it's already hard enough with people that you love, people that you care for, or people that you're compatible with. It's already hard enough. It's hard to live with people. Can you imagine living with someone that you don't have the right reason with living with for the long run?
Yeah.
Good. So let's move on quickly. So my question would be this: do you think people are really thinking about, because here the Bible said, husbands, love your wife be submissive to your husbands, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that even Christians, not just people that are not Christian, even Christian, do you think that they have this in mind before getting into marriage? I don't know, Gabby, what do you think?
No, like 99% I feel like don't have this don't have this Bible verse in mind. Men, let's start the men, because they had the priest is the head of the household.
Let's start with the men, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
It
go ahead.
says to love to love you, to love their wife as their own body.
Mm-hmm.
This no, like they're not going in to think. Well, when they want to get married, they're not thinking, "Am I able to love my future wife like Christ did? Am I capable of loving selflessly like Christ did? Am I even willing to die? Because it says you willing, just as Christ died
The church,
for us. Yeah, you must be willing to die for
your spouse.
yeah. Um, that's a heavy responsibility, and people are not going into marriage thinking that way. That's how I need to love. And if I'm not ready to love like that, then I'm not ready to get married.
You just preach. You just preach. Like, that's the whole sermon right there.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the whole sermon. Because listen, if you listen, love is a word that we throw around like nobody's business, you know. And then marriage became something like commodity, something very easy accessible.
Mm-hmm.
If you are not able to die for this person, you have no business. If you're not able to suffer, to long suffer, like talking about long suffering, if you're not able to go through all of that and still choose that person, I understand the whole conversation about toxic relationship and all these things. I understand that. Let's set those things aside and talk about marriage from a healthy lenses, you know.
Yeah.
If you're not able to suffer for someone and with the person, you have no business being in that person's life. So yes, we don't have, let's don't just say people think we are talking about them. It's all of us too inside, eh?
Yeah.
It's like you see someone, six pack. This is pack for this generation, eh? I can't get over it. So this person is this person that, like, you have check. Chocolate, brown, all these things. Like, you have all this, and by the time you know, you forget about what really matters.
Yeah.
You forget about asking yourself the real questions. Am I able to fight? Not the fight like punches. Am I able to argue? Because arguments will happen every now and then in marriage or in relationship. Am I able to argue with this person and still come? It's all about how you come back from your argument quickly. You cannot argue and be like, I'm taking a vacation. Charlie, nobody take vacation in marriage. Yes, now. Where are you going? You signed up to stay there till death do you. Do you know what it means to stay there till death do you? But nobody's scaring nobody here. But I'm just saying, nobody take vacation inside marriage. When you go in there, you don't sign up to stay there till Jesus return. So having that in mind as well, that you're there to stay.
Yeah.
You're not there to go check things, check and taste things and be like, yo, I don't like this amount. That's not what this is all about. So while we see things that we check the boxes, it's very important to ask ourselves the most important questions with this specific person. Because me, I have people in my life with that. They will do things and I'm like, you're out, you're not returning. But there are people in my life, they do things and I'm like, I can forgive you 1,000 times. They might do the same thing as this other person, but I'm like, so you have to be able to find a person with whom you can live with all the bad stuff. You can live with it and still love them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Now let's go to the women. So yeah, for women who are thinking about getting married, they should think about their part that says to submit. If you know you're not your percent, you know yourself best. If you know you're not the kind of person that's willing to submit and you're not willing to change that, then you should think twice about getting
You almost say you don't have no business getting inside.
yeah, because like in order to have like a healthy godly relationship, then you're gonna have to be able to submit. And let me just say this, submit doesn't mean that whatever, submit to everything, as long as the person that you're married to is godly, they're letting God lead them, then you should be submitting. But if they're not, then you should be seeking guidance from God about what to do.
Yeah. For me, I think we first have to also, thank you for sharing that. That's very beautiful. I also want to acknowledge the fact that we have to even understand what submission is.
Yeah.
Because we have a wrong perception, and a wrong understanding of submission. The moment they're talking about submission, some people think, you have to be here, they walk over you, you don't have a word. Yeah, there are homes like that. And I think I've seen marriages like that, not in my immediate environment, but around, where the women don't talk at all. They don't have the right to say a word. The men are just like, they are everything and all of that, so I understand when you see those kind of thing growing up, you would think that's what submission is all about, and you have the wrong view of the whole thing. Submission at least as from my perspective, through my lenses, when it comes to marriage, for me personally, marriage and relationship, I think that it has a lot to do with who you are in relationship with. Understand that this is a comment that is given to the women. The men have their side and women have their part as well. But I also believe 100% that it has to do with the person that you're dealing with and what you guys have. There's this relationship, and the relationship is just born from the thin air. It's born from the two energies, the two people, the posture of their hearts, what they understand when it comes to love and care to the other person, which translates also into the Bible says husband love, right? If you love the person, a woman is so, well, they say men are easy, but I also believe that women can be easy too. I believe that women, yes, I understand a woman can be very dramatic from here to Balongo, but the thing is this, women are also very, very easy when they are with the right person. That's the more reason why we are talking about making sure that you are with who you're supposed to be with. Like the person you can come with and make things work, even if it's hard. No matter what it is, it's going to be hard, but it can be sweet with the hard days. So if the man loves the wife, it's easy. The woman doesn't even know that she's submitting.
Exactly.
Yes. When the man is here busy, just loving, caring, their woman will be so submissive. Someone would think something is wrong with her. Yes. Listen, just personally, I've been in circumstances that it's just even the energy. A woman wants to feel protected.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a woman wants to feel protected in relationship. A woman wants to feel secure. I know men, when they talk about security, men are always thinking about money. Money is important. I'm not going to sit here and deny that money is not important. Child, listen, there's so many things that money can do in this life. Let nobody tell you that money is not important. While it cannot be the sole reason why you marry somebody, money is important. So a woman wants to feel secure. By secure, I'm also talking about how you have that woman's back, how the woman knows that you're here. You are here. We are into this. We are building this. A woman wants to know that. And all of that translates into love for a woman. At least from my perspective, it translates into love. And When the woman knows that she's careful and all of this, what are you talking about? But if you'll be like a king in your house. You won't even need to go rent a chair to have a palace. Your house is a palace.
Yeah.
Yes. When a woman is loved right. So God, God, the one who creates all of us, know the exact prescription that we need. So he said, husband, love your wife. Make it not be too hard for you to love your wife. Oh. You want submission, love, and you get submission.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, what do you think, Gabby? What do you think people should be doing to prepare for marriage? Anyone who is thinking about marriage, because I know that some people don't want to be married, but for people some people don't want to be married, not married. But there are some people who want to be married as well. So, if someone is thinking about marriage, what should they be doing to be preparing themselves before they enter marriage now?
Well, I feel like people should start being like self-aware, doing, seeing how, being self-aware, seeing how. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, working through resentment, trauma, because you're gonna bring all that. If you don't work through it, you're gonna bring all of that to your marriage, and it's gonna affect your marriage if you don't work through those things. And people don't think about that, working through resentment, trauma, and what else people.
Yeah, finances. Like, there's a whole lot of things that they can. Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah, really think about what it means to be a wife or a husband, and seek wisdom from other people who are married. And also, I had thought of something, I forgot.
I hope it comes back for you. I hope it comes back. I'll also build on while I'm talking. I hope that comes back to you. For me, I'll also add to what you said that I remember that when I was married, like I mentioned earlier, I didn't even know who I was. So that already have me had a background, because if you don't know who you are, you don't even know who you want.
Yeah.
You have to know where you're going, what you want to be able to accomplish in this life, and then you pray in that direction and be very wise in how you choose, because men choose, we choose too. So today, after all the experience that I've had in that marriage, today I ask myself, what kind of dad do I want for my kids from the choosing standpoint? Because you see this guy that you're liking, those kids, that's their dad. Like the kid that you're about to have.
Yeah.
Trust me, when they say, daddy, that's the man. Yes. So when you're choosing, like, are you proud of your dad today? Did your mom do a good job by choosing your dad? Think about that. Like, do you look at the man, you're like, hey, Jesus, I don't know, my mom, or do you like, this woman, you got taste. This woman, you got principle. Because this dad that you give me is very God-fearing. This man that you gave me as a dad, because you have the responsibility to choose a dad for your children.
Absolutely.
So I'm always asking myself that question when I have someone showing up. I'm like, is this person going to be a good dad for my children? Is this the kind of dad that I want in my household? Is this a man that I'm already in the friendship? Am I able to submit to you? So those are questions that we're supposed to ask ourselves before we check the six-pack. These questions are very important. They are much more important than six-figure and everything. Six-figure comes and go, but you cannot change a dad for your children. When they are that, they are that. DNA say they are there. And aside from that too, like you mentioned, working on oneself to prepare for marriage. We want marriage, but we don't want to pay the cost of building or preparing to be able to build a marriage that will last. So ask ourselves, what kind of marriage do we want? I ask myself that question every time. If I have to do this again, what is the kind of marriage that I want? What kind of a home do I want for my children?
Yeah.
What kind of home did I have as a child myself? And what do I think I want to offer to these children? And who is going to help me build that kind of home? And obviously, your relationship with God comes first. Your relationship with God is top notch. Have to be top notch actually. And I understand this. I might touch on something very sensitive right now about the guys in the church and all these things. Listen, sometimes the guys in the church, my sister.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't go marry somebody in your church. Oh, I didn't say that. I did not. But I'm saying that not because the person comes to church that he will be a good dad. No. Not because someone comes to church and recites all the Bible verses or can teach the Bible, whatever, that will make them a great husband. People build characters to sustain a marriage. There are people that know the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, but character is zero.
They're not living.
Yes, they are not living the word. And then forgiveness is a walk.
Foreign concept.
It's yes, forgiveness is a foreign concept.
Yeah.
But in marriage, what is in there is forgiveness every day.
Exactly.
It's like a good sport. Every day you wake up to forgive. You wake up every day to forgive. So I can mention a few. I can start talking about this thing till tomorrow. I could be talking about this thing today to tomorrow. But yeah. Go
also,
ahead.
Preparing for marriage, you need to have work before you even think about marriage.
Right. Radio.
Yes. Work on your relationship with God, because you're gonna need a prayer. If you don't have a good relationship with God, you're not gonna be a good spouse. So that's one thing you need to work on before you get married. Build your relationship with God, because if you have a good relationship with God, your marriage will be so much happier, and it will last. When trials come, you're gonna stay. You're not gonna give up. You're gonna work through it. Also, premarital counseling. One thing that people do, they go to premarital counseling after they've already set the date for marriage. They've already sent out invitation. All the parents are aware, everyone's aware, but you should start premarital counseling as soon as you feel like you're developing feeling for that person. That should be a good time to go to premarital counseling, because premarital counseling, the goal of it is to help you figure out if you guys are compatible to get married in the first place. So if you find out through premarital counseling you're not compatible, then that's not the person you should be. If you can't compromise on certain values and goals, then you should not be getting married with that person.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing all of that. I think I couldn't have put it any better than you just did. Thank you. Marriage. But this is a conversation that we would really love to continue having in the future with all of you. You're welcome to leave your comments, to ask questions, to engage with us. That's why we have this going on. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And we will talk to you again in our next episode. But remember, no matter what you do, you need God in your decision. You do need God in your decision.
Amen.
Yeah, you do need God in your decision. And I'm sorry about the noise. I'm sorry. I know you guys will hear the noise, but I'm really sorry. You need God in your decision. I'm about to close, but any last word?
No, because if we can talk for days about this subject, so
So true.
we can leave it here.
You can leave it here. Okay.
Yeah.
For me, my bye-bye note will be this. Guys, from someone who tried and it didn't work the first time, I became very cautious actually. If there's something that I'm more cautious about in this life, is who to spend the rest of my life with. That's someone that you wake up every day with. You see the person every time, well, depending if they work somewhere or they're in the service or whatever. But just know that your life is tied to this person for a long time, for a very long time. And it is very hard to be able to push through with someone you cannot live with. And many people are living in unhappy marriages.
Mm-hmm.
And then they show up in public, making other people feel like they choose for them. People will show up having all this nasty attitude. And you'll be asking, what have I done? But it's not you. It's whatever happened from them in their home before they show up here.
Mm-hmm.
We can do better in choosing. That's very important. So I'm not here to teach anybody how to live their life. But if you have a happy home, it will reduce your stress, which immediately will also reduce your, you won't become sick easily, And we know women are very emotional. Mm-hmm. You want to say something?
No.
Yeah.
Agreeing. Such wise advice you're
So I'm just saying that do it and do it right. If not, don't even do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it and do it right. Do it right. Do it with someone who will see you with your cornrow and still be like, I choose you. Not someone who will be like, go put a wig on. Nobody's waking up in bed like, oh, I woke up like this. Nobody's waking up like that or with makeup and looking like this. No, it's a whole effort of all this wig and all this and all of that. Allow people to get to know you for who you are. I'm not saying that you wake up with a bonnet, showing up everywhere with a bonnet. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying that real life is different. So allow people to see you. Let them see you with a proper cornrow. You understand? Yes, let them see you for exactly who you are. So this journey could be easier on you and on all of us. So here we end it. Listen, like
and subscribe
and share with your friends. Thank you so much, and see you soon in our next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.